And action.
Action. All right, welcome to another episode of No Single Servings. I'm Gabby. Today I'm going to make you cheesecakes 2 ways. So I'm going to show you how to do the crust, which I make my crust from scratch, and also the cream cheese itself filling. So right here I have 2 packs of graham crackers. I crushed them all up, and I'll show you. These are a couple that I've already fired. Gee Louise! If he don't got impeccable timing, huh? These are 2 I did. I do 2 different crusts when I usually do it. I'll do one that's only the bottom one when I just do the plain cheesecake. And whenever I do a filling, a full one when I do a plain cheesecake. But when I do a filling, I like to do it only at the bottom so you can kind of see it, because I do a little design so you can see the rim. But if you like crust people or crust people, you can do them all like this. So we'll start with the crust. I usually do about 4 spoonfuls or 2, but depending on, I like to do them separately so that we can keep them going, just so you can get a lot of consistency. When you do a lot of them, and that's just melted butter, you can use any kind of butter, unsalted butter, as long as it's butter. I like European butter just because I think it brings a lot of rich flavors. In Europe, they got them European cows. You don't know how those work. So you just mix it up so it's a little wet. You don't want it to be too wet. Just make sure it's thick all the way through. And then you just slide it in your thing. Now I'll show you how to do both of them. Big spoon always, because you're just going to press it out. It's already going to fold for you. It's already going to bind for you. It's an automatic binder. So we just go and we press the sides. Make sure you have a good base bottom and just work your spoon around, Add a little bit on the edges to get your crust high for the plain ones or the filled ones, whichever you prefer. And it's just a little tapping of the back of the spoon.
Those look good. How long have you been making these?
Oh man, I've been making cheesecakes for a long time, probably since high school. I always loved cheesecakes. And they built a cheesecake factory right by our old house in Seattle. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I gotta learn how to make those. I can't keep spending $8 a cheesecake. So, my mom got me all the ingredients and we start working with it. So that's your full crust. You can make it nice and neat, but when it's not, it's rustic, it's homemade. And then the rest of it goes at the bottom for your half shell. And that one's easy. Just press it on down. Get all that goodness out of there. And it's just a simple crust. Not a lot of ingredients, not expensive, just quick and easy. Just like that. And that's all it is. Butter and crushed graham crackers, and you got your graham cracker crust for your thing. If you want to, you can brush it with a little bit of the extra butter if you like that richness to keep it whole, or you can leave it just like that because the butter is already in it.
Right.
I've already done my filling, which was Philadelphia cream cheese. I used 2 packs of these. They're 8 ounces each. I used 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and then I used 1 cup of sugar.
Oh, okay.
Simply blended. If you want it a little bit spicier, a little bit more flavor, like with cheese, I usually put a little lemon juice, but since I'm going to be using some homemade strawberry puree, I didn't want to put too much on it. So
okay.
It depends on the flavor you want to use. But as you can see, I have my utensil in here because I've done a couple of them. But I just blended it down. And it's important that when you're making this, you add your ingredients slowly. You start with your cream cheese and your sugar. You blend those up together. Then the vanilla extract, blend it up together. And then you add the eggs. It's 4 eggs per recipe. You add them in one at a time, maybe about 20 seconds after each one. But you want it to be really smooth, really creamy. I don't know if you can see that, but it should just smoothly just glide across whatever you're using, whatever spoon, whatever you need. And that's how you get those beautiful ripples. But it takes time. You can't do one thing. I started at speed 1,
right,
and then I speed it up and leave it on 2 to blend in each egg. And then I let it mix for another maybe minute and a half, 2, till I get this nice smooth consistency. So I know I can work with it, but it's still really stiff. You see, it's not going to fall off your spoon. It's not going to fall off your knife, but it's real smooth and velvety.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
So we'll fill these bad boys up.
So you don't have to put it in the fridge and let it chill or anything like that
No,
first. Okay.
not like that. You don't have to do it like that because at the end of the day, you're still going to bake it. It is
Right.
what they say, a cake, so you're still going to bake it. So you don't want to let it do it. You let it stiffen up in the refrigerator after it has already, you know, been baked.
So how many of those pies would that?
This makes
batch make?
12 pies.
Oh, okay.
So 12 little pies, or you can do 2 whole 9-inch pies. So it really depends on what you want to do. Now, if you wanted to do a deep dish one where you have a springboard, this would be one real deep dish one, kind of like the ones you see at Cheesecake Factory that have, you know, that little bubble and you can put different kind of fillings in it. But this is for Thanksgiving, so we're giving a couple little tasters so they know what I can do in the kitchen. So